wrote a little ditty to read today. So I've been thinking, as I usually am thinking, but this time I was thinking about things to make videos about. Basically, I was thinking of things to think about, and my mind was just running all over the place, and my mind led me to this question: how can people be fulfilled in life? How can I be fulfilled in life? And it led me down this weird mental rabbit hole, and it was really just like this depressive state. And I want to ask, why do we ask these questions? Why do we have these existential crises? And if you look at people like myself who ask these questions, it's because at the time we feel the need for an answer, for the answer. Because I feel so meaningless. What is the meaning? People who are supposed to have everything that we strive for, the money, the house, the cars, the vacations, why does their lives seem so meaningless? Why did they overdose on drugs and have mental and physical health issues? They're supposed to have everything. And it all goes back to how we humans are just so smart that we're dumb. I don't know all the answers to these existential questions, but I do know why we ask them in the first place. The reason is because of the absolutely absurd way that I and many others today are living.
And they're telling the translator, this motherfucker looks like he's never caught anything in his life. And he's like, he hasn't. And to me, I'm an alien, right? They go, he gets his food from supermarkets. What's that? They hunt the food for him. They cut it up and package it and sell it. Like, they don't believe it.
Right.
The shit I tell them, they're like, hey, you guys, you look like a fucking supermodel. Can I bring you to America and do a fashion thing and get you guys paid? And why would we want to go to America? Well, tell me what you know about America. Isn't that the place where people jump off buildings to kill themselves? Like, that concept is so foreign that when someone explained suicide to them, I was like, oh my God, they don't. And in the time that I'm there, like I said, that first week is withdrawal. I'm like, fuck, where's my phone? And then all of it goes away, right? I'm not thinking about any of my addictions. I'm not thinking about, like, I feel peace. I'm not miserable. My depression goes away. And I go, morning till night. You wake up, you hunt for food, you get home, celebration, everyone's happy that the men brought the food back, the women, gathered the berries. We have a big dinner celebration because every meal you got to be grateful for. Dance party by the fire, and you're out. A couple fart jokes and you're out. Repeat the next day. There's no time to be like bored and sad and upset and worried about some bullshit.
When Jordan Jonas lived with nomadic reindeer herders in Siberia, the concept of depression was simply non-existent. They didn't even know what it was. When right next door, in a village where they adopted modernity, where they adopted money, the people there were drunk, depressed, and simply disconnected like the rest of us. We took a lifestyle of living with nature as a part of nature, and we said nope. When you look at all the issues and the consequences of us living this modern life, it's really just silly, and the consequences are innumerable. I mean, just from the fact that we sleep based on work and school schedules instead of what the sky tells us, it causes cancer, Alzheimer's, depression, because we put ourselves in boxes physically and we work for our money. Our mindsets get put in these weird states. Our bodies self-destruct because we overcomplicate and systemize every single form of transaction, every part of society. We have to argue over things that are conceptual, things that aren't concrete or based in resources. We have existential crises because our existence is a crisis. We put aside the real needs of humans for these bullshit ideals that come from colonialism, really. Clout, money, hierarchy. And when you look at all the cells in your body, you realize that they each have their own organs. They each have their own lives. And they might realize or don't realize that they make up a bigger being, but they do. They make up a human. And right now, humans are acting as cancer cells. We're destroying everything. We're destroying ourselves, not only as a species, but just as individuals, both mentally and physically. We're over-consuming with food, with pornography, with media, with just shit. We're always taking shit in. We don't recognize what we are. We don't recognize that we're creatures. We're creatures that are connected with this whole being called the earth. The atmosphere is the skin, the rivers and the wind is the veins. And I look at people living simply all around the world. Living preserved away from the clutches of colonialism. Living like goddamn humans. And they're just fucking chilling. They don't worry about politics, the stock market, the fucking morality of other people. It just exists in harmony with the non-dualities of life. There's no separation between life and death. There's no separation between what other people view as good and bad. No separation between living being and other living being. Life really is simple. Life is simple, but we overcomplicate it. Can we just be human? It's just the way that we're interacting with this world just doesn't make any sense. Our bodies aren't made for this. Our minds aren't made for this. And isn't happiness the goal?